What is the worst rejection that you have faced? Not necessarily just in Dr. Vaidya's, like in your life. And what lesson did you take from that?
Oh, I'll talk about two.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
First
More the
was
merrier.
first was in the first 3 months of Dr. Vaidya's. It was just me working in a cabin at my dad's office. That's it. That's absolutely it. There was nothing else, right? So at that time, I remember like I had this like Word doc talking about what Dr. Vaidya's is. Not even a logo branding, but just a Word doc, right? And
Not even PowerPoint.
PowerPoint tha, but not in a shareable format. So I would share this Word doc on email with people of what I was building. No, I need to hire people, right? That was what I needed to do. And so I got connected to one HR agency. And so I spoke to the person, pitched my business and shared it and stuff like that. And the person said, so what's your website? I was like, it's under development. We're still doing it. And the person said, I don't engage with people who don't have websites. Thank you and cut the call.
Oh.
That is 2 months in, like just huge rejection for someone, right?
Wow.
What did I learn from that? If someone comes to me in a similar place, I'll never talk like that to them, right? That was
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Two, so this is 2017 or 18, right? I think 2017 New Year's. So just before New Year's, we had a hangover product called Live It Up, right? So I would
Okay.
send a broadcast out to people saying, hey, like buy one, get one free on Live It Up. Like just reach out, buy it, etc.
Yeah.
This went to 500 family, friends, and vendors, right? People who know me personally have me on WhatsApp. Just like message from me, right? 1 week before New Year. So contextual. It's not randomly saying. I would send like maximum one message a month from my phone. Maximum. This one founder who had raised already $5 million was in my network. $5-7 million. I don't know how much money he had raised. He raised some money basically from credible VCs. I just sent a message like promoting my product and he said, hey bro, can you please remove me off this list? I don't appreciate these kind of messages. It was huge rejection. He's a founder. He's also building. I'm also building. I'm hustling. It hurt a lot. I removed him off the list, but it really hurt. And then every time a founder messages me or anyone messages me sharing their business, I will make it a point to respond later. But I will say congratulations, awesome, good job.
Yeah.
What do you?
Yeah. I mean,
What do you lose in that? Nothing.
Absolutely.
Nothing at all. But that really hurt me. It's down.
yeah, I can relate a lot with this because, like early on when I was doing this podcast, I would reach out to a lot of people, and one story that stuck with me is there's this, doctor, based in Canada. And I wrote him an email saying that, I would love to invite you on a podcast. And he responded back saying, you know what? Because you had the audacity to reach out to me and write this email, I would say yes and come on a podcast. And that,
Amazing.
that made me feel like, oh my God.
I'm
there
a
are
big fan of cold emails, cold reach outs.
And that, like, that message is so special to me even today, that sort of gives me that faith and belief in that, hey, you know what, it's, I'm doing right by just being out there and, showing up and reaching out to people.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I can tell you another story in relation to what you're talking about, right? So pandemic hit and Ayurvedic products were like obviously one of the most important essentials at that time. And Zomato had started stores, if you remember, right? Other than just restaurants, they started stores.
Yeah.
So that products could move in cities, right? So I reached out to someone at Zomato and said, I want to create a store of my Ayurvedic products because people want it and they're finding it difficult to get. At least in the South Bombay, 8 kilometer radius from my warehouse, people can get it, right? And that person said, okay, I'll get back to you. And the next day said, hey, I don't think Ayurveda is relevant for Zomato, so we're not going to do it.
Oh.
No, I could have said yes, okay, that's fine. But I genuinely felt like it was relevant, right? So I just found Dipinder Goyal's email and I wrote him an email saying, hi, Dipinder, I'm a big fan of what you do. Here's what I do. Here's our legacy, history, here's what we do. And here's what I want to do with Zomato.
Yeah.
In 15 minutes, he responded saying, Arjun, amazing business, great idea, congratulations. Here's 3 people I'm connecting you to. Have a chat with them, let's get it listed.
Yeah, there you go.
One day later, the same person who said no to me called me and said, we'd love to list your products. What do you lose?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like, I meet a lot of people, right? And the biggest fear that they have, because I teach people how to create the podcast and stuff like that. And a lot of people tell me that, hey, you know what? The biggest fear that they have is the reaching out. And they're like, hey, you know what? I want to have all these guests. I'm like, have you reached out to them yet? No, I know that the person is going to say no. You have self-rejected yourself.
I agree.
Even before the
Lose
person...
nothing in reaching out. Worst case, the person won't reply. What's the big deal?
Yeah, ignore it. Yeah.